Hello everybody, the name is Lembo Lair Jr. and I am here, first ever interview of 2024. I am here with Mr. James Landino. How are you today, James?
Doing great, man. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. And first I'll have to... It's the heater. I mean, you gotta get things warm in here. I mean, you're wearing a coat, I'm wearing my sweatshirt, and everyone else is like, no, trying to stay warm, but hey, we keep on rolling. I have to say this first things first. How does it feel? How does it freaking feel to be on tour, the final tour date with someone as incredible as Nano? I gotta hear this.
It's honestly been amazing, you know, almost overwhelming. It's like, this is my first tour ever, right? So.
Ever in your career?
Proper tour is my first tour ever, first one. So to do it with her, she, you know, I found out later on that she personally contacted me. She's like, I want James for this tour, and I was just overwhelmed with just like gratitude. So to be part of this was just really an amazing experience. And you know, for me, I'm on stage with her. I get the best seat in the house, so I get to play with her every night, and I get to see front and center to see how incredible she is. She is the real deal. It's amazing.
That is amazing, and this isn't the first time you guys like interact with one another, because this all began with you and her collaborating in a certain video game called Omega Strikers. Am I correct?
That's right.
How did that come to be? Well, first things first, you're talking to someone who is kind of brand new to the world of Omega Strikers. All I know is just one thing, the Summer Splash EP, and that blew me the freak away.
Thank
that
you.
incredible summer music brought the vibes, oh my god. But please, speak a bit more about Omega Strikers.
So yeah, so I got to work on Omega Strikers back in 2022. I was originally asked to write the theme song for the game, and through the fan appreciation of the theme song, you know, there wasn't plans to actually write more music for the game. Originally, they had kind of just wanted a few songs. They got me on board, and they were just so happy with what I made. They're like, hey, can you keep writing more music for the game? Can we write music for all the characters? And, you know, so we wrote, gosh, like what, I think 50 songs in total for this whole project. One that eventually became, I think over 50 songs, yeah. And so and at one point, one of our developers said, hey man, I love Nano, like it'd be so cool one day to work with her. And I was like, we can make that happen. And so it's kind of a shoot the moon kind of opportunity. And she was excited, I was excited, and we made it happen.
That is amazing to hear. And again, to you and to Nano, doing your work for Omega Strikers, just amazing job with that incredible game. And of course, your first ever being featured in a Nintendo Direct. That is kind of crazy as well.
Crazy. It's crazy.
So here's the thing, speaking of that, since you were featured on Nintendo Direct, that isn't the only exposure you had to video games, obviously. You have worked with Fortnite, with Rocket Racing.
Yes.
You've worked with Sega for a little bit of work too. Not to mention that the anime work as well. You did a little bit of stuff for a certain show that's still pretty quite big in Japan, which is Boruto, next chapter of Naruto's adventures with his son. I gotta ask, like, out of all the accomplishments, out of all the stuff you've done with video games, the anime, is there one moment that made you feel like the proudest, that makes you say, I'm doing something really good here. I actually am making such great work.
You know, I think if we talk about Omega Strikers, that may have been the one, and to me that's where my heart's at. But I think before that, it would have been a game called No Straight Roads. It was.
I was waiting for you to mention NSR. Oh yeah.
NSR. See, that's exactly how I feel.
The reason why I was waiting for you to say NSR because that was besides your remix of Play with Tokyo Machine, absolutely freaking incredible. Love piece of Tokyo Machine. It was NSR that like really introduced me to the musicality of James Landino, because for one, it has EDM in there. I'm a simple man. Whenever I see electronic dance music, I go to it.
Right.
I buy it. It was like say less. I'm getting it. That's how it was with NSR. Same thing it was with Just Shapes and Beats. When I hear any type of this type of music, I'm in it. But to hear the story about NSR, which is basically little band, Bunkbed Junction, trying to make a name for themselves in a world that's pretty much shrouded by EDM all over the place. Well, first off, it was hard for me to kind of relate because that sounds like heaven. I would live in that all the time.
You won't be the bad guys.
But here's the thing. But I had other artists and other people who collaborated and made music together by combining certain genres together. Like we have Sullivan King, he combined EDM with metal.
Yeah.
You had people like I would say that's the biggest name I can think right now. But again, NSR No Straight Roads has been quite the adventure for me. I mean, I didn't complete the games yet, so it won't spoil me. But I did beat two of the bosses, which was Subatomic Particle, I believe. Am I saying it properly?
Subatomic Supernova.
Supernova, and of course, the song that kind of puts you on the map, video game wise, your music, your work with Love, SAYU, SAYU. I'm sorry. That background music kind of got me bumping, and it kind of distracted me a bit. Like I can't blame you because that's the job of the EDM, trying to get you hyped. Right. But again, it was kind of tricky, kind of like hard to kind of like beat the boss. It was kind of crazy, but that's how I liked. That's how I loved it. Yeah. Bottom line, No Straight Roads was kind of like big spectacle in my eyes now and forevermore. How did it feel to be a part of it, be part of the soundtrack?
Amazing. It's been amazing. Even to this day, I still get new comments every day from a song that honestly none of the developers knew it would be that popular. I just went on to just write a good song for this game, and we didn't know what would happen. And on YouTube, I think it passed 10 million plays, which is incredible. We got so much more attention because of that song, because that YouTube video just got clicked, the algorithms kind of caught wind of it. So SAYU is just SAYU is just really just this song that we didn't expect much out of. Just make a good song. Nikki Simmons, the singer, the voice actor for SAYU, she's incredible too. As much as it's me, it's also her as well. So I think we didn't realize how much we made something special. It was really an awesome project.
That's amazing. How important it is to have certain vocalists to be a part of your work. You mentioned Nikki Simmons, but I know another song that was also pretty near and dear to my heart, which was, I think it was In the Arcadium with you and Slyleaf.
Oh my God, yeah.
That to me was also pretty amazing as well. Does the having the vocalist in some of your songs kind of make or break it? Because that's an example I think which was the Arcadium, but there was one that stuck out to me. It was being 2018. I can't remember exactly, but
was it Slyleaf?
Huh?
Was it with Slyleaf?
No, not Slyleaf. That was 2020. 2018, It was further back. I can't remember the song exactly, but I remember the artwork of it. But that I gotta try to look it up quickly. But again, how did it feel to is it important to have certain important vocalists to elevate the work of your music?
Oh, it's like you said, it's make or break. And for me, I'm very picky about who I work with, just across the board. So
found it. It was simple.
Simple. Oh my God.
That was the other example.
Oh man, thank you. Yeah, back at 99 Lives.
Yes.
Yeah. So for me, I'm always make or break. The people I work with, I'm very picky about, and when I feel I have a good connection with them, I have full confidence, full belief they'll make something special. And so, I appreciate you saying that, because for me, whether it's simple, whether it's whether it's a track on Arcadium with Slyleaf, we also did another song called Reaction for Ulsu. So for us, I'm always thankful for the collaborators I have, because to me they're very special to me.
So now I'm just curious to know, do you enjoy making certain remixes or making singles? Because it seems like a lot of your work in the past has been pretty much remix after remix after remix. And that's all well and good, but then 2021, I believe, I call it the singles year, because you say to yourself, you're going to try making a single month after month after month, and you stuck to it, and I'm proud of you for that. So, and it led to the game Core EP. Yep. So, do you enjoy, do you want to keep on making singles? Do you want to make more, remixes of certain songs?
It's a good question. Honestly, I don't know the answer to that right now. Right now, I am just so, it's a good problem. Right now, I'm working on 4 game soundtracks. I can't talk about 4 game soundtracks right now, and that's where my head's at. And I would love to do, I think, more singles, but just honestly, I want to get more time to write more music. I love video game music. That's my bread and butter. It's my dream job. I also want to find more time to make singles too. It's just so little, it's so hard to find time, And that's why I was actually thankful to have find time to write a song for CHOMPO.
Right.
Because that was my first single, honestly, a little while. And I was really happy with what I worked on with CHOMPO, the song Desert Gamer. I'm really happy with it. That's actually how I found you. And I was like,
Yeah,
whoa,
I
this
know.
This guy's going on. I love that. That's fantastic. So,
Thank you so much.
yeah, that's fantastic.
But again, how does it feel to be a part of a label like CHOMPO, which is still kind of brand new, made by Tokyo Machine.
Right.
But again, Desert Gamer, oh my gosh, I'll not say anything about Desert Gamer. I'll just put a little clip of me just dancing off to it because it's just that amazing. It's just that freaking incredible. I need no water for that because I just go.
Dehydrated.
Yeah, I'll look at sand. That's how good it was. How did it feel? Was it easy for you to kind of make a little something for season 2? Like when you got the announcement that okay, you're gonna be on season 2 with all these other artists for CHOMPO. These things of okay, I gotta make something real good for Tokyo Machine for the label.
Exactly. When I was invited for CHOMPO, I was like, I gotta bring it. I can't have this one. Tokyo Machine is just an incredible producer. I've known them, gosh, for like 5-6 years now. I was able to work with, we worked together on No One No Shape Roads a little bit. Obviously did the remix for him too. So we kept in touch for a long time. We have respect for each other as artists. And so when you invited me on CHOMPO, I was like, man, it's a match made in heaven. I couldn't be happier.
That is amazing to hear. And will it probably be maybe a Tokyo Machine and James Landino collab in the future?
We'll see, and we can only hope.
We can only hope. Tokyo Machine, write that down, please. I feel like we would love that a lot. And speaking of which, I'm curious to know what might be next for James Landino. Like you already mentioned, 4 video game soundtracks. If you would kind of maybe touch a tiny bit. Now I don't even want to spoil it, but what could be in the future for James Landino? You already hit the ground running with Desert Gamer. Hit the ground running with Nano on this tour. What's next?
Man, I would love to give even the slightest hint, but because of these projects and what I'm under right now with these NDAs, I can't give anything too much. I guess maybe all I can say is just stay tuned because, man, there's some cool projects. I cannot wait to talk about that. You think you guys are excited? I'm the most excited. I cannot wait to spill the beans on this stuff.
That is amazing to hear. I mean, maybe I'll put a suggestion out there. I mean, since you said you didn't do much of touring, your very proper tour with Nano, and of course you did a lot of working for certain conventions, particularly MagFest, that type of thing.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind if you came back in NYC for, I don't know, maybe Anime NYC, maybe the New York Comic Con, I don't know.
Let's go.
I'm just putting these ideas in your head, take them or leave them, but I feel like the world could use a bit more of that James Landino feel to it.
The best way to get me back to your city is let the world know. Let them know, hey, NYC, I would love if you got James Landino. Because they read those emails, they check that stuff. They actually do. So if more people say it, they start going, oh, maybe we should get James Landino. That's how these things happen. And so I always tell everyone, like, if you want me back at your con or want me back at your event, just let them know because they pay attention. Of course, they want their attendees to be happy. So if the attendees say, we want James Landino, we'll bring out James Landino.
I'll make sure I get to that tonight when I get to the anime. they gave me an email because they gave me like a free pass to come to Anime NYC in August. So I'm gonna be in their email addresses being like, we want James Landino. We want James Landino. I was just thinking like, anyway, James Landino, thank you. Thank you so freaking much for everything that you've done so far in your career. How long have you been producing so far? I believe in 2010, 2011?
Producing?
Yeah.
I've been writing music since I was 11. I turned 31 this year. I've been 20 years.
20 years?
Almost my whole life I've been writing music for video games. Started when I was 11.
Oh my gosh. Because I was going to say we have like a bit of an anniversary because like one of your first ones ever went public was on SoundCloud and that was released on March 2014.
That's right.
But since you were producing a lot more than that, I thought, okay, maybe I was a bit off. So you started like at age of 11, but when did you start really putting out music? Like at what age?
At age 11. So I got my start on Rhythm Game Forums. There's a website called Flash Revolution. It was a spin-off of Dance Revolution back in the days when we used to have websites to go to to enjoy the internet.
Really?
And so I got my start on a rhythm game website called Flash Revolution. I had an alias called KGZ. It was a terrible alias name, but at 11-year-old I thought it was amazing. And I've been writing music since I'm 11 years old. And this is where I'm at tonight. I've done one thing my whole life, man. Write music for video games.
20 years later, you just never stopped. You knew what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And it has served you well. It has served you well. Again, James Landino, thank you so much for just being yourself, laying out who you truly are music-wise, and I can hardly wait, if the fates allow, to let me be a part of, not just be part of the tour, but also really see this magic moment come to life. And this is the last date, so
yeah.
we have to make sure that as New Yorkers, we need to freaking bring it. Not just for you,
yep.
not just for Caleb Hayes, but for freaking Nano. I can hardly freaking wait to see it in action. I can hardly freaking wait. Thank you so much for who you are, and to Nano, thanks so much for bringing this man to come on to this tour. I wish the very best in your future endeavors. Maybe another worldwide tour throughout Japan, throughout NYC, throughout the country. We need it again, but right now we're gonna bring it for you, for Landino, for Caleb, for everyone on this team. Thank you so much for everything that you've done. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, as well. So, Landino, I think it's time. You're up. Bring it, please. This is Level Junior signing out. I love you guys so much. Peace.
Thank you.
We out. We is out.